People are scared and panicking in the markets right now, which is crazy. Right now, I think one of the worst things you can do for your bags is to start to feel stressed. We're going to talk about why that is, what you can do right now to make a lot of money, and how you can set yourself apart from the crowd, which is being controlled by institutions on a huge scale that we have never seen before. But first, let me show you what the proof is. There are many things that affect how people feel about the crypto market, as shown by the fear and greed score. At the moment, it's in great fear. Even though I was scared a lot yesterday, today is even worse. Fear hit 44 last week, but it's clear that we're going down, and going down more. People are becoming more and more scared, which makes more and more people panic sell, which costs them money, because most of the time they're losing money. When the markets were going crazy last month, on the other hand, we were greedy. So I want to show you what happens when you let the institutions control you, and how you can stop doing this, take a break, think clearly for a change, and make money while you invest. But first, I want to get some wise words from CZ. Do you remember the person who made Binance the world's biggest exchange? Yes. He told her not to worry. Bitcoin will live on. He is coming forward to say this because it is, well, a very interesting story. In 2017, CZ Binance said that Bitcoin would reach a high point of $105,000 per coin and then drop to $85,000 per coin. The news would talk about this all over the place. And well, today, this really did happen. This is pretty much what has been going on for the last few days. Bitcoin was worth more than $100,000, but it finally dropped to around $80,000. Sure enough, everyone who doesn't like Bitcoin came out and said, this is the end of cryptocurrency. And of course, the stupid store is paying attention. They think things are going to get worse, even though it seems crazy to me. This is why these businesses make money while most stores lose money. There's a good reason why 90% of people who invest in cryptocurrency lose money, and you'll see it very soon. Before I go any further, though, I want you to understand why there is fear and how these institutions are trying to trick you into thinking things are bad when they're not. And I'll start with the jobless rate in the US. At first glance, the numbers do make it look very scary. In 2025, you can see that unemployment in the US has been going up by a huge amount. There is one very important reason for this. It's interesting to see what DOJ, the Department of Government Efficiency, is doing. Check out what Trump is doing. At the moment, a lot of people are losing their jobs at the government level because they waste money that belongs to the people. There is no net gain to having tens of thousands of federal workers waste all of this money, which adds to the country's debt and hurts the economy. In that case, it does make sense to fire these people, save money, and use that money for something else. There were 651 news stories about layoffs, firings, and job cuts on Bloomberg last week, which is the most in at least a year. In the past 3 weeks, there have been twice as many stories. A lot of government workers have been fired by Doge already this year. Capital Economics says that the government has probably fired up to 200,000 people. First-time jobless claims in Washington, D.C. have doubled this year to 1,626, which is the biggest number since March 2023 and higher than the levels seen in 2008. There are a lot of jobless people now that there weren't as many last year because the US government is letting people go. As I said before, this is a good thing. In the long run, it's better for the business to make better use of resources. And yes, the numbers may look a little down in the short run, but the truth is that more jobs will come back to the US and the economy will grow over time because we won't be losing as many resources. And finally, the US government will work like a well-oiled machine for the first time in a long time. That's what we need. This country needs a government that runs smoothly, like a business. Also, you should know that these saves are going to be huge, right? The federal government saved more than $100 million in yearly rent by ending more than 250 leases for empty or underused space that added up to more than 3 million square feet. That makes no sense. Now that this is over, all of this property that will be empty because it's not being used, buildings with only 10 workers when they could hold thousands, can be rented out for other things. And that can actually bring in money for the US government. Indeed, this is just what the US government needs right now. So yeah, things are looking good, even though these institutions might want you to think otherwise. They might want you to sell quickly. They could mess with the markets. They could put out even good news and then sell right away to make you lose faith in the markets. They want to kill your spirit. They want you to take back your crypto. And just when you think things are bad, that's what everyone will buy back in. Prices will skyrocket, and you'll wonder why you ever sold. Following this, many of you will quickly buy back in. That's just the game they play, though, and people get caught up in it and lose a lot of money. You can see that I'm buying things right now. Right here on the chart are buys. That's for a good reason. Along with that, I have 3 other open trigger orders at lower prices. Oh yeah, I want to talk about this because I believe it will make a lot of your lives different. As you can see, I talked about this on stream, but I want to give you guys some really great information here. If you look back to the 24th of February, when there were a lot of these huge 50-minute drops, BlackRock was selling a lot of their coins. This was shown by on-chain data and study. This is what I talked about in my next to last live show. You can take a look. They did it again on the 25th of February. It's not even a question of whether or not banks are selling crypto and causing crashes at the moment. There is proof on the blockchain that they sent a lot of cryptocurrency to Coinbase. And then the market started falling right away when they sold their shares. Okay? It's no longer even a question. This is the truth. It looks like these people are going to try to fear sell you out of the market. Now, here's the deal. They are not breaking any laws by doing this. We really can't stop them from selling their crypto goods, though. They have the same rights as you and me, but you have to play along with them and so on. BlackRock, Grayscale, Fidelity, Robinhood, and all of these other huge companies that hold trillions of dollars between them. It seems like there's only one choice if they are making trillions of dollars doing this every year. They want you to play a certain game so they can make more money, or you can play the game they want you to play. Yes, that's why I do what I do with my position. I do not want you to get hurt. And the game is a lot easier than you might think. In fact, I have this on my computer screen every day to remind myself of this. This is rule number 2 for spending. It is better to buy when most people, including experts, are negative and to sell when they are strongly positive. The Intelligent Investor is a great book that gave me that one piece of advice that changed my life. So in short, when you see that the fear and greed index is going toward extreme fear and the market's just dropped a lot, it's because big banks are selling and manipulating the markets in the hopes that you will do the same. You can buy that dip, but only if you don't waste your chance and are smart. And do what they want you to do, which is sell your crypto so they can buy it right away. Only a certain number of people watch my movies, so I can only help that many. But hey, if you're one of them, here's something. You have just moved up a level in your schools. Therefore, if you're going to trade any cryptocurrency, please do so on BitUnix using my link, as we have a trading game going on right now with huge prizes. We want to get a $30,000 prize pool going for everyone who trades. To join, just use my link below to sign up for BitUnix. Once you've signed up and begun dealing, you'll be at the top of this list for volume. You also have a chance to make a lot of money. Guys, use the link I've put in the explanation below to sign up for BitUnix.